Imagine a world that is made up of inclusive democracies and thriving communities that honor the dignity, well-being, and potential of every life. Just imagine that. I am the CEO and founder of Keseb, a nonpartisan organization that is trying to make this vision a reality. Because our reality today is very grim, as you all know. Last year, the Freedom House reported that 8 out of 10 people now live in a country that is either not free or partly free. And America is not immune from this trend. American democracy has been on the decline for over a decade. In fact, the US is now part of a cohort of large and diverse countries representing 25% of the world's population that are all experiencing democratic regression. So we have to ask, what is driving this democratic backsliding? Our team's analysis has uncovered a few key drivers that you see here: economic change and inequality, dysfunctional and unregulated information ecosystems, demographic changes due to immigration or generational shifts, as well as the interplay between opportunistic populist leaders and political elites. A combination of these factors is driving the crisis of democracy around the world and right here at home as well. Now, these are enormous challenges that require intervention from the entire democracy ecosystem: governments and public institutions, the private sector, as well as civil society. At Keseb, we're focused on civil society, in particular innovation within civil society, which we call democracy entrepreneurship. Our analysis has shown that in order for pro-democracy efforts to be effective, they have to have 4 characteristics. They need to be able to envision and execute impactful strategies. They need to be adaptable, nimble, and resilient in the face of changing political contexts. They need to maintain accountability with their constituents. And last but not least, they need to effectively balance short and long-term goals. Now, you might be asking, who are democracy entrepreneurs? Well, they're just like redemptive entrepreneurs or social entrepreneurs. They're leaders like Ann Basson here in the United States that leads Protect Democracy, a cross-ideological group that uses strategic litigation and advocacy. Or Koketso Moeti, who leads Amandala.mobi in South Africa, that is building the political power of poor Black South African women through a digital platform. There are democracy entrepreneurs like Ian and Koketso all over the world, but they're underinvested in, and they lack a field that supports them. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. In 2020, major election year in the US, US philanthropy spent $2.5 billion on democracy efforts. A year later, in 2021, what's considered an off year, non-election year, that went down by 50%. Now compare this to how much philanthropy spends on educational causes: $70.8 billion in 2020 alone. We are grossly underinvesting in democracy. So to address these challenges, we at Keseb are raising our first fund of $9.5 million to do 3 things: to invest, to convene, and disseminate insights. We have 3 initiatives: Keseb Democracy Fellowship, Keseb Global Democracy Champions Network, and Keseb Insights. And we are at a very exciting juncture in our work. 2 weeks ago, we released our first report, Defending and Strengthening Diverse Democracies. Next month, we're launching our portfolio and fellows coming from 3 countries, Brazil, South Africa, and the United States. And in the fall, we're having our next summit that brings together over 400 individuals from about 50 countries. Now, I know that we are all exhausted by the polycrises that we face. And the news cycle is filled with information that breeds fear and doubt about the future of democracy. But I am here to tell you that I see great promise and inspiration in this moment. We have a unique intergenerational opportunity, not only to defend, but give rise to an inclusive 21st century democracy. This is what my team and I wake up to do every day, and I invite you to join us. Thank you.